I'm just trying to quantify, because when you say at work, for example, I showed people where I grew up. They were amazed. They were like, it's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, is this a village? I said, no, it's actually a city. I showed them the route I used to take. And of course, it's the same story that everybody that grew from poverty
Mm-hmm.
grew from. I'll just highlight maybe 2 or 3 incidents.
Mm-hmm.
One is every day we had to fetch water,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to go far to get the water.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, you go there, you fetch the water, you come back. So I always peep that these guys that have like games or TV, color TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I always peep through the window and always imagine that one day I'll be able to do this. So we'll go fetch water. And in this process was when I did my first business, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And my first business was getting sand from the rainwater, something like that. Started selling it and just doing a lot of things at that moment in time. It seemed like there was no way out, right? It was poverty of the poor. And yeah, when things got better was when we were able to afford our own well.
Uh-huh.
Well is, I'm sure you know well, where you draw out water.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal for us. So that was a breakthrough, like having your own water where you can draw out. So which means you don't have to travel far to go look for water and then have a lot of queue. And to just think like there are people that live in this condition. Now, this story I said, just these examples, what I brought out from it was how my mom, to be specific, handled the situation. Now, my mom, I saw some people eating paste tomato one day. I've never tasted it. We couldn't afford it, obviously. So we had one routine. There's only one food that we eat every day. We just change it. So I asked, why don't we eat this paste tomato? Because that seemed like luxury. And my mom was like, no, it's only eaten in Christmas. The answer just came like this. And I don't know, that's how she raised us. So for me, it wasn't lie, but I think she knew my kind of person. If she didn't give me an answer, I will keep asking why. We were so poor, but I never knew we were poor. We never knew. We were so happy. We thought like, if you can study, whatever, you're fine. So far you can eat is fine. And then knowing me, I kept that until Christmas Day. So I went to meet her on Christmas, like, yes, today, remember that tomato I spoke to you about? Yes. Why don't you put it in our rice? I don't remember whatever she told me that time. I know she gave me a satisfactory answer. And that's how it's been. And for example, for me, I believe it was difficult for my 4 of us to be in university at the same time. So my sister had to drop out of medicine to study education, such that my brother could do accounting and I could do medicine. I mean, I could do engineering. So she had to, because you wouldn't be able to afford those people. I mean, considering what I said at the end. So, but I believe like the support from the background, my exposure on that brought me this far, because when the opportunity presented itself, something just happened one day. It's a long story. I don't have to tell it here. I was selected from my high school to meet the president of Nigeria. And that's how my life story changed. Because I got there, obviously, I was just selected randomly because, of course, the influential people's kids were selected. But someone just mentioned that, remember, the president is from public school. So we should pick 1 or 2 people from public school so that when he asks, because he's from my state, right? So that when he asks, like, where do you come from? Where do you come from? And everybody is saying top, expensive schools. They know the guy. He could get angry and say, you mean there's no common child here? So Providence, God, whatever happens, something happened, like they sent a letter to my school specifying that they needed a 16-year-old boy or 15-year-old something boy. So the letter was kind of tailored to me. So, and then long story short, I was selected.
Love it.
And I met the president, met other kids, obviously. They were all speaking about Eiffel Tower, their holidays in London. I've never even been to the airport in my life. My first time of ever getting to the airport, I was flown to meet the president. So that changed my ideology. And that's where opportunities come in. It changes people's life. So I started saying that there's another life different from what I see. All I knew is book, church, home, book, church, home. And I studied because I watched my sister study. My mom sit up all night so that she could study. And then I was studying so that I could win a scholarship. That was the only thing. I didn't know where I'm going. They just told me, like, if you study hard, you will get a scholarship. So the only reason I was studying was for of course, I didn't get any scholarship. There was none, right? I did so good, but there was none. But when I saw that exposure, my life changed. So I came back realizing there's more to life. And that's how my life started. And from there, kept on and kept on. And so all the inventions I had, it was all the baggage and exposures that I've had that informed them. And then eventually left the country and I was able to go back, make impact. I still continue making impact. So me being in energy is because I grew up without electricity, right? My dad would tell you like, we are better because he used street lights to study. I use recording lantern, like a lamp with kerosene to study. Some people now use generators to study. So me, that's what informed my passion in energy.
Lovely.
So that's why.
Thank you. I think that's a good, clear context on why you have so much inclination and understanding, and then more of a heart and the mind together towards the economics of energy. And then you've been observing the Australian energy sector for last, some time.